Hello, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. So, had a couple of challenging battles in the previous episode. This one should hopefully be a little bit less challenging, provided we don't get hit by those torpedoes, because they do have a lot of them. But the Bismarck and Tirpitz should be able to stay out of their torpedo range. We got some fog going on. But we can still spot the enemy. That's good. The last heavy cruiser, please join in with the others. You may follow. Conserve ammo. And DDs, please just stay alive. Don't think you need to get involved with this. Unless the enemy has decided to run. Which I don't think. Nope. They are fighting. So I don't think I need the DDs. Yeah, guns should be able to take care of this. They're not fully stocked up on ammunition though, because they did fight the previous turn. What kind of distance are we firing at? 45 kilometers. We're still getting decent accuracy though. Let's get a little bit closer. There we go. Hits are being scored. Really long range. Still at 36 kilometers. Let's get to maybe 25. Then turn broadside. There we go. Closest ship is closer than 25 now. That's probably that DD. Provided it is a DD. No, that's a heavy cruiser. Torpedoes can keep shelling that guy. Yeah, I misjudged the range, and we are a bit closer than I'm actually comfortable with. They've not launched torpedoes yet. That is good. No torpedoes launched, no launch, no launch, no launch. I think the Bismarck class is quite good at dealing with these heavy cruisers. Most of my ships with the Mark 516 should be pretty good at this. So Bismarck, König, Beowulf. The insanely huge guns on my super battleships would probably be overkill. Not have the rate of fire of the Mark 516. Okay, we are within 14 kilometers now. That's not reassuring. There's the DD. Make it die. The DD is taking hits. We have torpedo launch. Time to maneuver. It was probably launched towards my heavy cruiser squadron. Just to be safe, I'm gonna speed up with my battleships. Python sinks. Okay, we have torpedoes incoming, targeting my battleships. Und Streiter. Now sank. We have the DD left. And the DD sank. Quite good. Yeah, nice. Alright. Pilates class battleship. 100,000 tons, super battleship. Neuburg class heavy cruisers. And a Kufstein class heavy cruiser. Which, if I remember correctly, not as well armored as the Neuburg. So the Königs have their target, and the Merchats will focus on the heavy cruisers. Heavy cruisers, you can just follow the König. Your gun's set to save. Oh, you're gonna join in with the DD. That's what I wanted to click. And the DDs can just retreat. Range are firing at 25 kilometers. .32 knot cruising speed. 32.7 actually. Not bad, not bad. Let's actually see what is what here. Yeah, that is their battleship being focused by my battleships. We got DDs incoming. I want to turn my battle line around. Except for the battlecruisers. They're gonna intercept these DDs, sink them fast. Hopefully before they get a chance to launch. And that is dead. These will also turn. I don't know if those those DDs got torpedoes away. enemy battleship is taking quite the barrage from the Koenig sisters. That went down, and I think the battleship is about to sink too. There we go. She sank. Alright. And it's no longer foggy, by the way. Yeah, they do look like heavy cruisers, just larger. But I think that's still thumbnail material. No torpedo launch from the cruisers just yet. Although we've taken out some torpedoes. Within torpedo range, but with these going so fast, the point they have to aim the torpedoes at, factoring in lead, is way outside of their range. And there are lots of those torpedoes just exploded. I'm gonna sink it before she has a chance to launch from the deck launchers. $12, $15, $27, $9, $24. And yeah, you do get a lot of like hit point damage done by shooting at DDs. Still not entirely clear on how that on how the game handles hit points and damage. I think one of the reasons why you get so much damage just in pure numbers from shooting at DDs and transports is because they have very little resistance. We're actually getting 16-inch hits from the battleships on that poor cruiser. Dinara. And that was it. So what I wonder is that compared to, for example, a game like World of Warships, where a battleship will have a lot more hit points than a DD, I do wonder if in this game all ships have more or less the same kind of number of hit points, although the game doesn't show you the actual hit points, just the percentage of the structural integrity. And the big ships, battleships and so forth, just have more resistance value, meaning that they take less damage. So a shot that would do 10,000 damage to a DD with basically 0 resistance would, to a battleship with 97% resistance, that would be like 300 damage, I think. It is a bit of a mystery to me how that works, but I think that's more or less how it works. Transport losses. I'm losing 3 transports in the Caribbean. United States lost 4 in South Pacific, 3 in Bay of Bengal, and 3 in North Oceania. Warship trade. I don't want to build ships for you right now, Mexico, or Egypt, or Tunisia, or Denmark. So Moldova has become its own country. That was ungoverned after the Soviet collapse. Oh, here we go. French Sudan. They're invading me in Upper Volta. But I'm certainly invading them. Is this task force alone enough to... I guess it is. That means these ships can go on to do other things. Got the Iserlohn class here. Let's send them around Africa and see if we can get some invasions going here. Because I might not be able to stop them from taking Upper Volta, but I can certainly try and take some stuff from them. Like, for example, the Ivory Coast, Nigeria or Liberia. I got 5 battleships. It seems like a job for my super battleships. These battlecruisers, old as they are, can maybe try and intercept this force. I'm guessing around here. And this force is going straight in. Beowulf class. Now I've gotten oil 3. I'm 1 month away from getting the Mark V 20-inch guns. 2 months if I take the priority off, which I might as well. 3 months. No, I think this is good. We're gonna keep this. And we are getting late radar technology 1. Okay, so 2 months from now. See, we are not over capacity. We have just expanded the shipyard. It's now up to 839,000 tons. So that's 30 more. Let's expand it some more. Now the Mittermeiers in Haichau are now finished. I want to take a look at them and just see if I consider them good enough, which they probably are. Mark 4. That is pretty good. That is pretty good. Range and speed could be better. Should I just refit them now? Or in 2 months when I get... Or there's not really anything I get in 2 months that is very important to this class. I've already got all 3. I've got Mark 5 18s. Late radar technology would be nice, but is it really a game changer? I just really want to play around with the Mark 5 18-inch guns because that's something I don't think I've done before. You can't use them in custom battles because even if you do a 1940 year battle, you're only getting Mark 3 16 and above. So these are being refit to be in the same standard as these, because I think these only have Mark 3s instead of Mark 4. Yeah, what else am I getting? Hull construction, that's just ship flaws, which is nice. Control station, fire control. That's advanced engines. You know, that's not actually bad. +1 horsepower per engine ton. It's gonna make my engines lighter. So that's actually quite good. Yeah, let's keep that. And now let's do convoy or battle. What even is this? There we go. Light cruisers. Amazon, that's the Hamburg class. And we got Andale and Chihuahua from Mexico against 3 Atlanta class. Let's see if the Atlanta class is any good. This time I have the speed advantage. I'm assuming they have a lot of torpedoes, because the AI likes torpedoes. I could have checked pre-battle, but I didn't. Now let's see. No torpedoes? No torpedoes. Alright. A lot of guns though. Oh. Uh, 16-kilometer range on their 5.4s. Yeah, I got pretty much the same range. I think the yeah, they outrange the 6-inch guns on the Frankfurt class. I think the Hamburg class with 7-inch guns barely outrange them, but that's by a couple hundred meters at most. 16.6. Yeah, that's a 100-meter range advantage. There you go, they're opening up. Andala is taking a lot of fire. There come the Mexican Armada. Andale is taking quite a lot of fire. Oh, I just wanted the Andala to smoke up. Not the entire squadron, but that's okay. Okay, you're detaching. Taken too much. No, you took too much. You sank. Okay, yeah, these are quite aggressive. Quite expensive though. Yeah, no torpedoes. Lots of secondaries. Mark 5. 5.4 inch guns. Generation 3 radar. Gas turbines. Not a lot of armor. Okay. We are not retreating. We are getting back in. And that's not a lot of armor, no. Chihuahua went down. Well, it's up to the Amazon now. That's one down. I think the Amazon is going to burn out too. Yeah, that's just too much fire coming in. Yeah, look at all the damage stacking up. HE, capitalistic. Yeah, structural damage. Okay. Okay. So, American light cruisers will murder anything that is in range. But they also seem to be quite fragile. If only mine had a couple more kilometers of range, then I don't think this would have been any problem. Because even a 6-inch AP would be able to go through that armor at max range. Here we go. Graf Speer class, the Falke versus Black Hawk class heavy cruiser. 290 million. On a Tuscaloosa class light cruiser, which has torpedoes. Yeah, both of these have torpedoes. I'm guarding a convoy. But I should definitely have the firepower advantage with the Falca. Yeah, 33-kilometer range with AP. What kind of torpedo range are we looking at here? 25-kilometer range with the 8.1s. Torp range 16.6. So I have some range advantage, but it's not a huge margin of error. Okay, Geyer, you can follow a transport instead. Very low chance to hit. 2.1%. I'm just outside of the range. But they are not outside of my range. I'm getting the silly bonus now of 3,000%. Almost. What kind of torpedo range are we looking at for the light cruiser? 18.6. You are on low fuel. I think the Americans have been skimping out on their operational range. There we go. Good hit. Very good hits. That's the flooding I was after. It's gonna be slowing down now. Becoming easier to hit. Generation 1 radar. It could be an older ship. But I don't think so, not with Mark 5 8-inch guns. It's probably just a case of the AI not selecting the best kind of radar that they have access to. Because I know they've had Generation 3 for a while now. And Generation 2 for like at least a decade before that. Well, maybe. think they got Generation 2 in 1930. Thereabouts. We're taking fire. Let's get some more distance. Yeah, I think the Falke can handle this. It's decent, okay armor. It's about on par with my heavy cruisers. The Tuscaloosa class has no armor. Generation 2 radar. Low fuel. Gas turbines. Get some more heads on the Brooklyn. Boston, I mean. That's the Brooklyn. Let's get that now, because Boston is out of sight. Boston has been reacquired. But we're sticking with the Brooklyn for now, my guy. What range do you have on your 5.6 inch guns? 11.6. Okay. So that alone makes her a lot less scary than the Atlanta class. Because it's easier to avoid taking fire from a ship with, was it, yeah, 9.3 AT range than one with 16 point something. Incendiary. Which has got maximum bulkheads. So, don't think she's gonna sink that easily. Despite not having a lot of armor. Weight offset is quite bad. We're at 20 kilometers. What kind of HE pen do you have? 2.4 inches? That's not really enough when you take quality into consideration. But let's switch to HE anyway, to not run out of AP. Yeah, I think it's sinking. Close. I'm getting the magical bonus. I think it's gonna go down on structure before flooding, actually. Maybe. Yeah, a couple more salvos and dead. One more. So it took. We're running away at 26 knots. Oh, I have to use AP now because HE does not have the range. Not quite. It bugs me that the game sometimes just won't render the flags. You can kind of see it from some angles. No offset. Very good deck armor, actually, for a heavy cruiser. Citadel 4, super heavy shells. Turbo electric drive. That's why it's so expensive. And these are 23-inch torpedoes, electric ones, which are very hard to avoid. 30 kilometers. Closing in on HE range, which is 28.8. Guns off for now. Till we get into HE range and a bit more. Wish I had times 30 available. 28.9. 28.8. There we go, doing some damage. 25.9. If I can do some more damage to the funnels, it's gonna slow her down more. Getting 18% accuracy. Am I getting the magical bonus? I can't tell. Yeah, she's slowing down, so I'm getting closer. I'm now at 26.3 kilometers. Their structural integrity keeps dropping, but it's still not too bad. We're now within 25 kilometers because the game speed dropped. Yeah, these are scary torpedoes. Not really the insane range of oxygen torpedoes, but minus 80% visibility. Ooh, yeah, they're a little bit less scary now that they exploded aboard the enemy ship. If they had been oxygen torpedoes now, the whole ship might have gone up. Because that's a disadvantage to oxygen torps. So disadvantages to electrics are, well, not the same range as oxygen torps, and very low speed, 48.6 knots. I think that's slower than a standard torpedo. Well, I'm pretty sure it is. Have I run out of HE? I have. It's down to AP, which I'm also about to run out of. Okay, so this is not gonna result in a kill on the enemy ship. I'm pretty sure, unless something very exciting happens with those last 61 rounds. Like maybe a magazine detonation or something like that. Yeah, 5 salvos left. At this angle, most of them are getting blocked. There goes 7. That's 1 salvo left. 1 round left. And we're out. So options are closing to secondary range and try and get them with the 4.5s, or just ending the battle, which I think I will. So that is a victory. We sank a light cruiser, damaged a very expensive heavy cruiser. Sadly unable to actually sink it. Save for the Preußen, which got heavily damaged in the previous episode. We don't have a lot of power sitting around in the Caribbean. Mostly just cruisers and DDs, but reinforcements are coming, and when they are in place, I think we're gonna try to take some islands. Not sure exactly what the US has. Probably should have checked. Let's do that now. Yeah, they've got Cuba. Let's take Cuba from them. Haiti, Dominican Republic. Yeah, Grand Bahama, which I failed to take a lot of times. Yeah, let's take Cuba. Oh my god, that's a lot of income from northern Colombia. Of course, with the territory having been in American hands since the start of the campaign, and with the US, well, it's only plus 8% now that they are at war, which is quite insane. They were up to plus 17% to GDP growth in peacetime for many years. So that's how they have that GDP. I'm still growing at 3.2%. It was 11 in peacetime. So I'm slowly catching up to Austria-Hungary. Can we do a naval invasion? Croatia, 2.1 million tons. No, because my tonnage is on the way to the Caribbean. So that probably means that there will be a peace with Austria. Which I think is probably just as well, because this attack is not going anywhere. Now, if the army in southern Germany decides to attack Austria, what I'm gonna do to keep the war going for long enough to that so that actually goes through, that's a very valuable piece of land. Yeah, what I'm gonna do then is just launch naval invasions against Croatia, because even if I don't fill it, the invasion zone is gonna stay active for, I think it's like 4 or 5 months, and then it's gonna fail. So I can do that, keep it going for 4 to 5 months, then do it again and again and again. So naval invasions, when they fail, it's kind of the opposite of an army invasion. When a naval invasion fails, you gain plus 10 unrest with whatever modifiers you have from government type. So for me that would be plus 11.5. When it succeeds, your unrest goes down by the same amount. So in my mind that makes sense. You fail, people are unhappy. You succeed, people are happy. So, but with the army invasion, you succeed, people are unhappy. You fail, nothing happens. So that's, yeah. One little weird thing in this game. Now, I think we are done with this episode. So I will see you next time. Goodbye, and take care.